Okay, I think we are live on YouTube and on Instagram. So, hey everyone, Seven Figure Grammy here, and just felt like I needed to pop in and talk about the latest banner that showed up on our Walmart pages yesterday. So, there's a banner that talks about how Walmart has made a change to their policy regarding product IDs. And on the surface, this is very significant. We don't have a lot of details yet. I have a couple of calls scheduled this week to get more details, and I'll certainly update everyone as I learn more. But the policy is basically very similar to Amazon's policy regarding product IDs. And that's the fact that it must be a GS1 product ID. And GS1, they're just basically a entity that kind of oversees universal product codes. And those product codes, the UPCs, have a prefix, the first usually like six numbers on it that are assigned to a brand. So that way, if you're creating a new item and that prefix does not match the brand for the item that you're listing on Amazon, like it won't let you make the listing. So, still TBD, like how Walmart's going to kind of implement that. But what it means is that custom listings, so like custom created listings for maybe an item that doesn't have a UPC, or you're creating bundles or multi packs, those are not going to work anymore. And in the language of the latest uh, policy, it does state that if you are using UPCs that do not tie back to the brand, or they are in the wrong category, that basically that can be a cause for suspensions or terminations to your account. So I know in the past, I've talked about this even in my course that um, I always say, like, for now, Walmart was not requiring GS1s. And so we always kind of knew there was going to be like an end date to that. Like, it just is not feasible to let people create whatever they want inside your catalog. Like, it gets to be a mess. And I think we're seeing the results of that mess in the catalog currently. I know we're seeing tons of fake listings for valid products that personally, I'm trying to sell product X, and there's 10 other listings for that product by foreign sellers that have some kind of like manipulation of the name, but they borrowed the same pictures so that it is for the end user. A little confusing which one of the listings might be the correct listing. So I do feel like I don't have any knowledge of the rationale of why they're doing this and why they're doing it now, but my guess is because they've had so many complaints about all the fake listings, and because they've had issues with counterfeit products in other categories, which is why we had the gatings that happened late summer, that this is probably another effort of theirs to get their catalog tightened up, where only real products are being listed. So, I think the questions that like kind of I have outstanding in my head are: A, what is the timeline to implement this for people who have created potentially listings using non GS1 barcodes? Is there any runway to sell through that product, or is it going to be an immediate recall of all that product and deletion of those listings? Um, you know, is there an option for creating, listings for products that don't have a UPC? So, in the collectibles field, like, there's kind of a use case there, I think. Definitely some of the multi packs, like Walmart has a virtual bundling program where you can create multi-packs, but only certain people are in that program. And so with it not being available to everyone, that feels like kind of a miss to be able to do that. So, definitely have some questions outstanding. Definitely the timeline for me. I really wish Walmart would do a better job communicating dates. Usually when we get from other vendors, other platforms, usually we're always given dates of like, this is when it's going to go into effect. This is how long you have to, get everything kind of fixed and tidied up. We don't have any of that information yet. So all we have is this banner saying the policy has changed. And the way the policy reads is it's going to be enforced pretty stringently in terms of accounts. So, we need to know kind of what that timeline looks like so that all of us can get our accounts in order if you have listed things that aren't GS1. And this goes into play like when you scan something and maybe it comes up and it has like multiple listings for the same product. So let's say here, this Starbucks kind of cup, keep it warmer thingy. Like if I scanned this and there were like 3 different listings for this, because sometimes, Walmart's selling this, let's say for $4.99. They're not, but let's just say they are. But then there's 2 other listings that have it for $14.99. And like, I want to sell on the $14.99 listing, but those have been made with non-GS1 barcodes. So all of us that are going to have to go in and really look through our catalog to determine what items we're selling that are not against the actual UPC. So I just think it's going to take time for everyone to kind of go through that process. And I want Walmart to kind of give us what that runway looks like. This has been tough. Like the last few months with Walmart, there's been a lot of change. I think change that had to happen because of things they did, prior to that kind of things got a little messy. But I think in the end, like we'll all be okay. We just need to know what the rules are that we need to play by. So I will keep you guys updated, but I thought, hey, like I need to come in and kind of just address it because I know there's a lot of people personally that started messaging me yesterday, really freaking out about it. I have items like that in my catalog. A lot of them are listings that I made. So, I definitely need to get answers as well so that I can make sure my catalog is compliant. So anyway, that's what I wanted to come in and chat about. On a whole different note, today is the last day for the discounted rate for my Q4 group. So if you're interested in that, go to www.winningonwm.com. The discounted price is there. Tomorrow the price actually goes up. So like there's not a code. It's just this is the discounted price and then it goes up another $100 tomorrow. But we started this last week, had our first call. The recording of that call is in there. And already a lot of great conversation happening. So, but anyway, I will keep you guys updated on this new GS1 situation, as well as any other situations. CPCs, obviously, we're facing the 25th as the deadline for those. So it'll be interesting to see what happens to all of our catalogs on the 25th for any items that you have not submitted yet. So might be coming back and talking about that after the 25th. It's just, we don't really know what's going to happen until it happens. So, but we do know the 25th is the deadline. So, lots of great toys on clearance on Walmart right now because everybody's trying to sell through their stuff they don't have CPCs for. So, might be a good time to do some personal shopping for Christmas as well. All right, you guys take care. Happy selling. I'll talk to you guys soon.